First at 5, though, the controversial plan for Kansas City to give millions in incentives to a local company is back up for a vote. At issue is the proposed relocation of Waddell and Reed. The company wants to move 9 miles across the state line, and they could get more than $100 million in financial assistance to do so. 41 Action News reporter Nick Starling is at that city council meeting. Nick, describe the atmosphere.
Well, Dia is up on the agenda, but council decided to push it back until the end of today's agenda to work out some kind of deal with Waddell and Reed. And ever since we talked about this last week, there have been more people coming to the forefront to not support this deal, including a former employee who has some serious concerns about it. It's take two at City Council as they debate the incentive package for Waddell and Reed. It's drawn pushback from some in the community, from those who say that money could go elsewhere.
The people that actually are affected by that are my kids, the people that are in public schools, people who have mental health needs, people who, need to use public libraries because they don't have computers at home. They're people that you might not see, but they are real people that are getting affected by this.
Recently, in a letter to City Council, former Waddell and Reed employee Rick Perry, who says he was the former senior vice president there, says he's appalled the company is attempting to secure tax incentives from the city. He cautions the council at entering any long-term financial agreements with the company. He says it's a shrinking organization that has a questionable future. He goes on to say the company has far fewer employees and far fewer assets under management than it did 5 years ago, and says these trends will continue, and suspects the company is misleading to the council and trying to secure tax incentives. It's an alarming letter, adding to the calls to scale back the incentives.
Been scaling back their employees, they've been scaling back their stock price. How can they actually ask us now to fund their development?
A spokesperson for Waddell and Reed telling me that this letter does not merit a response, but they go on to say that Mr. Perry separated from the company involuntarily in connection with his conduct in violation of company policy. Again, City Council will discuss this Waddell Reed incentive package coming up in just a few moments. Reporting live inside City Hall, Nick Starling, 41 Action News.
All right.